Hello, my crafting friends. It's Tammy. Welcome back to my craft room here at Creative Girl Vintage. I have a Valentine craft for you. I like taking the old-fashioned crafts and giving them a little update. And I love old-fashioned granny crafts. Maybe because I'm a granny, that could explain it. So today we're going to be making a rag ball. Okay, and we're going to change it up by making it a little more lovey-dovey for Valentine's Day by adding these really beautiful doves, adding some pretty embellishments. And I made a few of these because I wanted to hang them from my dining room chandelier. And I thought also how pretty these would be, maybe to hang from a curtain rod in a window. These would make a beautiful ornament if you have a Valentine tree. And then how sweet was this just propped up in a vintage teacup? I thought that looked absolutely beautiful. So let's get started first by making a classic rag ball. The core of the rag ball is a styrofoam ball. This is a 2.5-inch styrofoam ball. I found it at Michael's. If you want to go bigger or smaller, easily you can do that. And there's no rules except one. This is like the classic styrofoam ball. These are the smooth styrofoam balls, which they're really out there. And they just don't work for this. So really the only rule is get the original kind of, you can hear it, kind of scratchy styrofoam ball. That's the one that's going to work for you. Okay. And then fabric. I just got into my fabric stash because this is kind of a scrappy project anyway. I think it goes without saying I really missed Joann's when I started looking through my stash, because I probably would have made a trip to Joann's and bought something new for this project, because that is what we do. So we're going to start out by just get your ruler, and let's start with a 1.5-inch measurement right here. Make a snip and rip. All right, so I'm going to go through my fabric and rip, I'm going to start out with like a stack of 5, just lay them on top of each other. For this 2.5-inch styrofoam ball, you're going to need approximately 125 squares, okay, to put this ball together. So I did this in like stacks, so it would just be easier to cut instead of cutting each strip individually. All right, so let's just say I've got like 5 of them stacked on here. I'm going to make a measurement of 1.5 inches and cut. So these are going to be basically 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch squares. These do not have to be perfect. Usually what I do, I get this set up, I throw the ruler away, and I just eyeball this all the way down and just cut my 1.5 inch squares. Honestly, this does not have to be perfect. They can be smaller, they can be bigger. I just try to stay in the same ballpark, all right? So that's how we get our fabric ready. Let's bring this all out. You can see I've got all of our little scrappy scraps here ready to go. And now let's put them into the styrofoam ball. Really quick, before we begin, I didn't use any glue to put this together. The cotton fabric has a real grip to it, and it doesn't fall out. It doesn't even pull out easily. So, but if you feel more comfortable using a glue, you definitely can. Also, if you're using any type of silky fabric, I would suggest you use a glue. That type of fabric can slip and slide. Any simple white glue will do the trick. Just brush on a small area before adding the fabric. Okay, let's get to work. A lot of you have probably already made this craft at one time or another. I'm using here, this is just a wooden skewer. I know we all have them in our kitchen drawers. I actually have some of these in the drawer. I keep my popsicle sticks and things like that. I'm just going to give it a snip and make it shorter, a little easier to work with, and I'm going to be working with the blunt end, okay, instead of that pointy end. And we take our styrofoam ball and just one of our squares and just push it in, and it's so pretty. It looks like a little rose petal. So pretty. And go up next to it and just continue all the way around, filling in the styrofoam ball with the square of fabric. You guys, this takes a while to do. It takes a while to cut your squares. It takes a while to push all of these in. But I have to tell you, you know, sometimes the world's really loud, and going in our craft room or even just sitting in front of the TV with your bowl of scraps and making these little rag balls, it definitely is therapy. I made myself a cup of coffee, I turned on some music, and I just sat down and enjoyed putting these little rag balls together. So I'm going to continue just taking one square at a time and just pushing it in until I fill up this little rag ball. All right, isn't that pretty? And you know, you can just stop right here because these are so cute to throw into a bowl or a basket, but we're going to keep going. I left a little opening here at the top because we're going to add a hanger, and let me show you what I did for that. I've got a 20 gauge wire here, and let me snip off a piece, and I'm going to say, oh, I don't know, like 3 inches, something like that, and just fold it over. We'll make ourselves a loop, okay, and I'm just going to use my hot glue and just coat the end of this wire. Go right up here and push it in. And I tested this on the ones I made, and it held very well. And I'm going to go in probably about like that. You know, leave yourself enough room so you can attach your hanger inside. And then, you know, you have a little bit of an opening here. If you want to, you can grab a couple more pieces of fabric and just fill in the gaps here at the top. When I added all the embellishments, it's really all covered up, so you can't really see anything up there anyway. Okay, so for a hanger, you can use whatever you like here. I've got this 1/8 inch ribbon. This one right here, I use the baker's twine. You know, you can use anything, jute or even that transparent like fishing line. That would be cute too. So I'm going to cut a piece here, and this is where you really personalize this to how you want to use your ornament, because you know, you'll want a short ribbon for an ornament, and of course something longer if you want to hang it from your chandelier like I was doing. Okay, I just folded my ribbon in half, and I'm going to slip it right through right here and pull that there. And there we go. We have a ribbon in place. Okay, so we have a nice hanger. Now let's grab some pretty things to decorate the top of this. I'm going to start by making a small label. This is just a scrap of coffee dyed paper. I'm going to be using my interlocking alphabet stamps. These are the medium size, lowercase. I will link those for you. And I just put together the word love. I love these. You can customize them to whatever you want. And let's just stamp that right there. Sometimes I like to stamp before I cut, because then if you mess up, well, you can do it again. You get a do-over. Okay, just give this a cut. We have a love banner. All right, and look at these beautiful doves. Aren't they beautiful? I'll link those for you also. And so let's get started. Okay, so I used 2 doves for this, and going right here by where the hanger is, and I'm going to put my first dove on, and I'm just using hot glue. These have a metal clip on the bottom. No big deal. I just left it on there. I didn't want to try to rip that off. Okay, and let's put that first dove right in place on top. Okay, you might want to hold it for just a moment, just so we know we get a good grab there. And the only thing I really watched out for here is I didn't want to obstruct this hanger. So when I took my second dove, I just made sure as I was gluing it on that the hanger was going to be able to, you know, still functional there. Okay, and this guy's going in right here. Let me just check that hanger. Okay, it's good. Nothing's in the way there. I'm gonna hold these guys. Okay, there we go. Now, I sort of did like a layering thing here. I had some of these corsage pins, and these are a little overkill in the pin department. I didn't have anything shorter that had this pretty pearl on top. But what I did was, this was a piece of decorative ribbon. I think I got this at Michael's last year. I cut off a piece of it with the music notes. I had some vintage lace here, and I'm just layering this up. This is a vintage seam binding that I found at the flea market, which this color, oh, I love this color. Right, so I did a little bow with that and put it on top. And then we have, I don't think I'm going to pin that love in because it's a little small. We're just going to maybe glue that on. So I just took my pin and just went through all of it here. A nice thick stack to push this through. Here we go. Okay, so it's all stuck together. Let's get our rag ball back out. And then right about here, I'm going to just push that whole thing in there, which is so pretty with all the layers and the pin. And then we can use maybe just glue, a little bit of glue. And put the little love message right there. Isn't that just adorable? And this does look pretty hanging off the chandelier, I have to tell you. This one here, I'll show you real quick. I had a vintage locket that I found at a flea market. I put that on there. This has a Valentine banner. This one here, I used some silver pipe cleaner and made crowns for the doves. This one is stamped Dearest. And I used a different fabric for this one too. So, you know, your fabrics are going to change the whole dynamic of the look for your project too. So, how cute are these rag balls for Valentine's Day? Thank you for crafting along with me today. I hope you'll enjoy making some classic rag balls and dressing them up for Valentine's Day. Happy crafting to all of you. And also I'm sending out giant Valentine hugs as well. Have a great day. I will see you soon.